Hey guys, I'm here. Oh wow, my best friend's on live doing her tarot readings. That's funny. Anyway, anyway, I'm here to record a another reading for someone who I previously read for. Um Again, if you guys like readings, if you just want to know the basis, or you want to know the sun, the moon, the Mars, all that, hit me up. If you want to have an in-depth reading after you get that reading, hit me up, and you can just look at the description box with all the information you need. And as far as prices go, we can negotiate. I was charging 20, but for some I may just negotiate, and maybe you can donate something. Donations will help me to continue to put out these readings, and it's not mandatory. I'm still offering free readings, but if you want to chip in and pay, or donate rather, I don't like to say pay, donate rather, then that's fine. If you want to pay for it, you can, but I'm still gonna accept it. But some people feel like, oh no, you should pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it. And I'm like, okay, do you? I was offering you a free reading, but okay. Anyway, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So let's start with your Jupiter, which is Pisces. Now, Jupiter is your optimism and what brings you good luck and what makes you happy. Because usually what makes you happy brings you good luck, right? So it's Pisces. So you tend to get good luck when you are charitable, tender, and compassionate, because Pisces are the most compassionate. And I'm going to add in creative. When you're creative, it tends to bring you luck, because Pisces is like, if they don't have the if they're not able to be creative, they have nothing. So definitely with you being, just very sensitive and caring. Y'all always giving away stuff, and it's like, no. Sometimes it's like people don't deserve it, but y'all still do it anyway. I'm sorry. Y'all still do it anyway. That's what I meant to say. Okay. Your Saturn is Aries. Now, Saturn represents, and by the way, I'm not going through like the polar opposite and whether it's feminine. I'm not doing all that. I want to make a video talking about it, because I'm just not going to keep repeating myself every video. But don't worry, I'll make the videos talking about it. But it's Aries. Now, Saturn represents discipline. And with Aries, they are the most disciplined when they are, honestly, Aries, it's not that they don't work with people. They can work with people, but they prefer to do things on their own, or tend to want to be the leader of the pack. So it's like, that's when they're the most disciplined, when they're actually taking the lead, not just for the group, but for themselves. They don't like people pushing them around, because that makes them not want to work. So, and I know this because my Saturn is also Aries. So I'm the type of person. So if I'm this type of person, I know you're this type of person. I can work in groups, but I always feel like I have to take the lead in groups, because it's the only way that I'm gonna stay focused. Otherwise, I'm not. Otherwise, if I'm not really like taking the initiative to kind of like, I'm not even trying to lead the group. I'm just trying to lead myself. But if I don't do that, because I don't like being told what to do, but if I don't do that, then I just don't care, and I'm not going to put any effort into it. So maybe you're like that too. I know I'm like that, and that's something I have to work on. I have to be able to let other people, do what they want to do, But we'll get into that in another video. I'll talk about Aries and all these other planets. Okay. Hope you can hear me, because I'm not really talking that loud, but hopefully you can hear me. Let's go to Uranus, which is Aquarius, and Uranus represents individual liberty. And I rolled a plus sign because that's Aquarius' planet, so it'll be easy for you to get into your Uranus sign. So with Uranus, what I got from that, because that's also mine, you tend to get excited when you start on new projects. And you're very quirky, and you may attract other people who are just as quirky as you are, who are very creative and things like that. That's all I can say about that. You just tend to be overeager. And some people may not like that, or some people will like it, some people won't like it, but it's how we are, baby. You know, this is how we are. I know I do. I get excited when I learn something new or when I'm starting something. I can't sleep if I'm excited. Like, I can't go to sleep. You know, it's I don't know if you're like that, but I know I'm like that. Let's get into your Neptune, which is also Aquarius, and Neptune represents your fantasies and stuff like that, because that's Pisces planet. What I got was, you're very generous and you love to solve people's problems to make, you know, people happy, you know, to make like the group happy and things like that. That's all it said, honestly. I don't see how that applies to fantasies. I guess, you know, I don't know. I don't know how that applies, but yeah. You're the mediator. You're the mediator, and you're very generous. That's probably why you're the mediator. You want everyone to be in a positive mood. And for someone who likes to solve problems, like Aquarius is usually are argumentative. So I guess when other people are argumentative, it's like, oh no, like we can't have that, because Aquarius argues for fun. You know, they do that for fun, whereas other people may do it because it's for real. So your Pluto is Sagittarius. Your chart is basically like my chart. I think might be my Neptune. No, my Neptune is Capricorn. But yeah, your chart is basically my chart. That's a little weird. But it's Pluto. So Pluto is the planet of death, and as you know, Scorpio rules that planet, or the planet rules Scorpio, but also Mars rules Scorpio as well. So basically, Pluto is life, it's death, and then rebirth. So it's like what kills you will bring you back. Okay. So we could be talking about actual death here, but we're talking about because we're talking about like death in many different ways: death of relationships, friendships, death of dreams, goals, all that. So with that, love and sex are idolized. So I take that, because that's mine. So I take that to mean that usually in situations, love and sex kind of kills. It kind of kills everything, but it also rejuvenates you at the same time. So it's like you're able to bounce back from that. You know what I mean? Very easily, because Sagittarius tend to leave situations that are no good anyway. So I guess that kind of does apply to me. Yeah. So you probably fall in love just as quickly as you fall out, honestly, because that's what Sagittarius do anyway. They fall in love. They fall out of love as soon as they fall in love, and they don't stay in situations that doesn't serve them any purpose. And as far as the sex goes, they tend to have sex very quickly. I don't mean quick like they have quickies. I mean like it happens very fast. It happens early. Okay. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. But the point is like they could leave after that, and I don't know. It's just weird with the Sag, but they fall in love just as fast as they fall out. So that may kill a relationship, but at the same time, you're gonna bounce back just like that. So rebirth, you're gonna die. That situation is gonna die very quickly, and then you're gonna find yourself in a new situation, basically. So your North Node is Leo, and your South Node is Aquarius, which is crazy because you are an Aquarius. So that's your polar opposite. So I feel like you definitely are gonna be tapping into your South Node a lot, rather than your North Node. Now, basically, your North Node is like the qualities that you need to have in this life, and your South Node is the qualities you brought into this new life that you had in a past life, and you brought it into this new life, and you kind of need to get away from. I truly believe that you need to balance the two. Some feel like you need to stay at the North Node. I feel like you need to balance the two, because you may find in some situations you may need to be in your South Node, and in some situations you may need to be in your North Node. Some situations your North Node may have you fucked up. So that's why you need to have a balance. So yours is Leo and South Node is Aquarius. So what I get from that is in the past life, maybe you didn't see yourself as worthy. Because Sagittarius, Leo has this quality, this worthy quality that they're not gonna settle for less. And I feel like with Aquarius is sometimes they kind of settle for less because it's like they attract people who are different from them, so quirky. So maybe it's good to kind of date up, or maybe it's good to think of yourself as being high. And it's like, I guess Aquariuses don't do that because they're like the humanitarians of the zodiac. Like, they give back. And I'm not saying that Leos don't give back, but sometimes it's good to do things for yourself. You don't always have to give up your last for somebody. You don't always have to do that. You don't always have to prove how much of a humanitarian you are. You don't have to do that. Have some fun, Spend some money on yourself. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Yeah, it's good to want to take care of... My hair did not last. But anyway, it's good to care for other people, but don't forget to take the time out to love yourself too. Because if anybody can teach you about loving yourself, it could be a Leo. Also, what can I say? Leos love very hard. Aquariuses do not. They're kind of like Gemini. They kind of like all over the place. They for a sign that's like fixed, they're all over the place. It's like sometimes Aquariuses come off like they don't have any feelings, whereas Leos don't. Like Leos, they are overprotective of the people that they love, And Aquarius is just like, you can't really tell. So it's okay to show that off. I guess it's okay to show off. That's what I'm getting. It's okay for you to show off. I think you probably felt like you couldn't do it because you thought, oh, this would make me look horrible and make me look like I don't give a damn about anybody else but myself. But it's okay. It's okay to put yourself first sometimes. And show off. It's okay. Just don't be arrogant. That's all. Don't be arrogant. Know how to balance it, Now, you said something about your Jupiter being in the 8th house. And you said something about you can see people or see through people. Maybe that's because I don't know, because that I didn't get that. Or 7th house. I think 7th house or 8th house. One of those houses. I forgot to write it down. But all it said was interested in the code. Partnerships can help financially. So it was the 7th house. I guess it can help because partnerships can help you financially, and since it's in Capricorn, yeah. If that's your strong suit, you're probably gonna marry for money. You're probably gonna marry for money. But the good thing is, because it's Pisces is so loving and giving, you're gonna easily get support. And I think the reason why you can probably see through people is because of Pisces, that intuition. So yeah, that's probably why you can see through people. See through people's bullshit and call them out on it because it's Pisces. You got that intuition thing going on, But let's get to the houses. So I'm not gonna do your first house. You can watch your first video for that. I'm not gonna repeat myself. But I am gonna go over the other houses. So your 2nd house represents your financial security, and how you go about making your money. That's in Leo, so you're going to be financially successful. It's going to come by easy for you. It may take some time, but it will come by for you. You don't have to worry about that. Whatever it is that you choose to do, money's going to come to you easily. May not be quick, but it's going to come easy. You don't have to do more. You don't have to work hard to get your money. And you're definitely going to share it with your loved ones because, like I said, Leos, say what you want. They're loyal. You know, especially when it comes to their family. They care a lot about their families. You know, especially they significant others. You come for them, those people, you coming for Leo. Lion, you know, you don't do that. I'm putting my hair back. It's not looking how I want it to look. Okay, anyway. Next we're gonna go to your third house, which is your communication and your thinking style. And it's in Virgo, so you are one to analyze a situation, analyze a conversation. You probably ask a million jillion questions. You probably overthink a lot. So like if you're talking to someone, you're like, oh my gosh, what if they didn't like me? Oh my gosh, what if they hate me? And really they actually love you, you know. I know I have Virgo in my chart, so I tend to overthink it. Plus Pisces and Gemini, girl, honey, I'm always thinking a lot. I'm sorry, I said girl. Honestly, I don't even know what your gender is. So you can let me know in the comments what your gender is. I apologize, by the way. I never asked what your gender was. But yeah. But I have a habit of saying girl. Even when I'm talking to a guy, I say girl. I have a habit of doing that. But anyway, let's get to your fourth house. So your fourth house is your roots and your foundation, your home, where you grew up. And it's in Scorpio, so you're definitely attached to your home. You have an emotional attachment there. And Scorpios are already private because they got that trust issue, that trust factor. So you tend to want to keep your family life personal and keep it private. You don't talk to people about your family or even yourself for that matter, you know, unless you trust them. Now your fifth house is also in Scorpio. So your fifth house represents your inner child. So because Scorpio has emotional attachment sometimes when it comes to love, because that's pretty much like how are you in love. Because of that attachment, you seem to sometimes be blinded by the truth. Like blinded by love. And because of the emotions and passion, it can get deep. It can get real deep, you know. So find you somebody who has a deep attachment to you. Don't just talk to anyone, because some people ain't that deep. Now your sixth house is in Sagittarius, and that's your routine, your daily routine, and your health, what you need to watch out for or what you're currently dealing with. Okay. So you prefer jobs that require travel, which that fits because it's Sagittarius. Like they love to travel. Sagittarius is, don't be surprised if you meet a Sagittarius and they have more than one job because they don't know how to sit down, you know. Your weak point is blood circulation. So if you don't have that problem, you need to do everything you can to keep that blood circulating. Don't just sit on your ass. Get up and move. Okay, make sure you get that going. You know, make sure you massage your scalp and all that. You know, keep it going. So that might be a problem that you may face, you know, as you get older. Now we just talked about the seventh house. The seventh house represents partnerships, so it's in Capricorn. So the person who you'll end up marrying, he or she is not gonna just be your lover. They're gonna be your best friend, you know, and it's gonna be quiet because Capricorns don't like their business out in the street. So you're not gonna be the one to talk about your marriage, especially when you're having problems, you know. You're gonna be private, okay? Unless it's making you money, then you may come out and say something. Now let's go for your eighth house, which is an Aquarius. That's the house of death. Now, it doesn't really say here if you're, like, usually, like, if you're gonna die, like, an old age, not like a natural death, it would have said that. So I'm guessing maybe you could die, you know, as you reach old age, and it could be natural, but maybe not. But somehow it says an unexpected inheritance. So I don't know if you're gonna get something or you're gonna give your family back something. So it may be something that you never even thought of, like maybe you forgot about. And then like the family will be like, well, where did this money come from? So it's probably gonna be some money you're probably hiding. You know what I mean? And you probably hiding it, and then once that time comes, then your family will be shocked, like, whoa, where'd this money come from? So your ninth house is in Pisces, and that stands for, I have to make sure. Sorry. Higher learning. I keep forgetting that. Higher learning and philosophy, which is in Pisces. So your ideas tend to come from nowhere, meaning they come, I don't know, your ideas just come out the blue. You may come up with random things at random ass times because of that spiritual realm, and that fantasy that Pisces, the fantasy brain that they have. So your ideas tend to come from actually nowhere. They actually come from your fantasies, but fantasies are not real, so they come from nowhere. Also, you may like sea cruises. That might influence you it might influence your ideas a little bit. And it's not shocking if you do like to go on cruises, because Pisces, water sign, they love water. So then you got your 10th house. Now your 10th house is your midheaven, and that represents your legacy, which you're going to leave on this earth, and your reputation you have now, which is in Taurus. So at your job, if you're currently working, especially if it's your dream job, you are the most dependable, because Tauruses are known for being loyal and dependable. Okay? And if you don't have an occupation, or you're not working your true occupation, you should get a job that requires you to work with earth, maybe with buildings, and something that makes you a lot of money, because Tauruses love money. Okay. Now they're not like Capricorn, but they know how to. Capricorn loves to make money. Tauruses know how to manage money, and Virgo, they love to spend money. So, but they all got something to do with money. Okay. Now your 11th house is also in Taurus, so that's like your true purpose, what you should be doing. So it just says you like to be surrounded with good-hearted friends. So your true purpose is just to definitely be loyal and be faithful, and to be dependable, and you want friends who are just like that. So you want people to depend on, and you want people to depend on you. So definitely a job that requires the earth, building buildings, just something to help the earth, and something that maybe helps people with their finances, and something that makes you a lot of money. So you can save the money. Maybe you can help somebody save money, because Tauruses are good at managing money. So maybe you can work at a bank or something, or be like a bank. I don't know. Something that requires just those things. I don't know. And then your final house, the 12th house, is in Gemini. So that is spirituality. So that's spirituality, what you believe in, and just things that conflict with your spirituality. So you're definitely someone who could be dealing with anxiety. That can affect your spirituality, especially when it's concerning someone you care about. That's when your anxiety kicks in, and that's when you definitely go to the spirit world, and maybe you pray and things like that. So I guess the only way you would truly be spiritual is when you're dealing with anxiety. That's where I'm getting at. Which Geminis, we worry a lot. We do. We worry a lot about our friends and family, and more than we worry about ourselves. And that's your chart. So again, I'm sorry for because some people get offended with gender. If you can tell me what your gender is, I apologize. I don't mean any harm. but I do have a habit of saying girl a lot, like girl. I could be talking to a guy and I may say girl, and then he'll look at me like I'm not a girl, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm thinking I'm talking to one of my girlfriends. You know, but it's weird because I used to say bruh a lot, and then guys would get mad when I used to call them bruh. Like, no. Like, what do you want me to call you then? No, I don't know. But anyway, that's it. So hopefully I answered all your questions. If you have any more questions, you can hit me up. Again, if anybody wants a birth chart, just let me know. We will negotiate. Maybe you can just make a donation, because honestly, like I said, I'm still accepting free readings. But if you like to make like a $5 donation, or if you want to pay the $20 or whatever, you can if you like. But honestly, I'll still give it for free, you know, obviously. So anyway, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.